You know, I've been avoiding to make this video, but let's go for it. I know for a fact that Kaizer Chiefs have been lying to Khune. They lied to Khune. They lied to a lot of people. Kaizer Chiefs, look, take it from me. Kaizer Chiefs is actually the biggest sporting brand in South Africa. Looking at their marketing, looking at everybody. Put away the fact that, of course, they've not been doing well. Sundowns has upped their status so that they are just being recognized. They are well known right now than before. But Kaizer Chiefs, Africa knows Kaizer Chiefs, and Kaizer Chiefs has supporters in Germany and elsewhere, Mexico and whatsoever. Kaizer Chiefs is a known brand in terms of South African football. But Kaizer Chiefs have lied to many people, including one of them, of course. This video is about Itumeleng Khune. But other people that have been lied to were the Mandla Masangos, the Tefo Mashamaites. And that is why I will later on put it on to you why actually Siyanda Ndlovu made the decision to go to Sundowns. I know exactly why Siyanda Ndlovu went there. Now, and I think you know the reason for that as well. I used to work in one of the big banks. And we used to deal with big accounts. One of the transfers that I've made was that I was able to pay out money to, I think, Maccabi Haifa. Was it Maccabi Haifa, I think? Where Tshepo Masilela used to play. I am the one who, in terms of the banking side, I'm the one who would pay Maccabi Haifa when Tshepo Masilela was being brought back, into South Africa by Kaizer Chiefs. I think Tshepo Masilela was coming from Maccabi Haifa. And you'd remember that time Tshepo Masilela was a little bit injured and whatsoever. And there are many other players. I dealt with the transfer of Nyasha Mushekwi. Nyasha, is it Nyasha Mushekwi? Nyasha Mushekwi, who used to play for Sundowns. Was it Nyasha Mushekwi? I think I've dealt with that, but in a different way, on a personal way. Dealt with Mandla Masango's thing when I used to work in the bank. A long time ago, and there was a time to say, I wish I was a journalist because of the type of things that I used to see in that space. And then that would go on to how the loans were taken, how these players were given cars just like that. Even before signing, they will sign up later because Kaizer Chiefs have a relationship with banks. You know what I mean? Now, Kaizer Chiefs lied to Khune. Kaizer Chiefs lied to Khune. And actually at some point in time, in terms of Mandla Masango, during that year, 2015, 2016, he left, 2015, 2016, 2017, around there. He left going to Denmark, and where he was earning lots and lots of money. I mean, I remember very well that to his account, not the money that he was being left with in Denmark, to his account, Mandla Masango would send money that is above 440,000, and some of it would go into his new home loan at that particular point in time. Mandla Masango and Tefo Mashamaite, when they left, remember Khune, the Orlando Pirates sign at OR Tambo Airport, where he made an Orlando Pirates sign, and then Kaizer Chiefs came on to him. They said, you know what? People such as Khune, Tefos, and all of that shouldn't be behaving like this way because they are one of the top paid players at Chiefs. I'm going to say this. Being one of the highest top players is a relative. In every business, it's a relative. And for Kaizer Chiefs, that maybe was relative, but Khune was not in the top 5. Khune was not in the top 5 players at Chiefs at the time. Yes, he was higher than the Orlando Pirates' highest paid player at the time, which was Oupa Manyisa. Khune was far above than the highest top player at Pirate, which was Oupa Manyisa at the time. But he was not even in the top 5 at Kaizer Chiefs, I'm telling you. Of course, I think when I mentioned the issue of Oupa Manyisa, I think you now understand why Siyanda Ndlovu went to Mamelodi Sundowns. Because somebody said, in his chief, it's not 2 rands that side, it's 8 rands, and he said, no, I'm leaving. So the issue of Khune is that way. Khune was not even in the top 5. The highest paid player at the time at Kaizer Chiefs was Siphiwe Tshabalala, and it would make sense because, I mean, Siphiwe Tshabalala, Kaizer Chiefs bought him in 2006 for about 4 million. 2006. So with signing another contract and another contract, it should tell you that, of course, and maybe having a contract to say every year, if I stay put, this is going to be the increment. It makes sense. He was the highest paid player at Chiefs, above 260, around there, in 2015, followed by the Willard Katsandes of this world, of course, by the Tefo Mashamaites, by other people and all of that. Khune, if he was not number 8, he was number 9 on the list. Yes, it was big money. It was around 189K, but he was not the highest paid player. He was not the highest paid player at Chiefs. He was not. So there is no way that we can today go on and say, I'm saying this because I know that Khune and them have been told lies, and it's good that one day he will go back to Kaizer Chiefs, maybe as a goalkeeper coach, maybe, giving him a 70K, because, I mean, if you come in as technical, you don't get as much as the players, unless you are a foreign coach. It does happen. But all I'm saying is, Kaizer Chiefs lied to Khune about the numbers, buying him emotionally. But him, after raising that Orlando Pirates sign, what we know is that Khune had actually spoken to Pirates. Somebody close in Orlando Pirates who was working at Orlando Pirates, somewhere around there, did notify some of us. Because remember, we used to deal with these Orlando Pirates things, Kaizer Chiefs things. And I would meet, Kaizer Chiefs representatives. Some of them, one of them was a kid manager who is a brother to Ntate Kaizer Motaung, that Matala, light-skinned Matala. They would come when they bring some, it's not checks, what do we call them? To the bank, especially for outward payments, international outward payments. So I would meet him, we would talk. By that time, there was Steve Khompela, was, I think, 2017. Then Steve Khompela was the coach, and he was able to tell me to say, actually, they disagreed with Steve Khompela on that decision of substitution. Because remember, everyone used to complain about Steve Khompela's substitutions. But Steve Khompela didn't listen. He told me. That is Kaizer Motaung's brother. He told me. Trust me, he told me. He told me to say, yeah, they did not. He was there on the bench, and he didn't like what the coach did. He told me. So, in terms of the issue of Itumeleng Khune, him having been one of the top, no. How can you be one of the top paid players if you are number 8, number 9 of the list? Because when it was put into the statement, it was put as if he's actually highest top. We thought Khune is in, not we thought, people thought that Khune is in the top 5. And he was not. He was not in the top 5. Khune was not in the top 5. Khune was around number 8, number 9. Katsande was paid more than Khune. Katsande. This, I hope you don't come for me, but if you come for me, that's fine. But in this channel, we're not going to do what people do and want to guess and things. No, in this channel, we say things as they are. Yes, we are still a growing channel, but we say things as they are. That's why we must be bigger in the country. That's why it's Soccer 360. All around, from the grassroots soccer, from everywhere, all the way around. Soccer 360. Until then.